Ah, my fellow imbibers, the city of Washington, D.C., the home of power, politics, and, if one is not careful, embarrassing awakenings. Permit me, dear reader, to regale you with tales of post-debauchery adventures in the capital of our great nation, a narrative garnished with hazy memories and interspersed with local landmarks that only a seasoned D.C. inebriate could appreciate. Let's begin our journey along the illustrious Embassy Row, the diplomatic heart of the city. In my early days, I would occasionally find myself roused from sleep by the diligent security of a foreign embassy, my cheek pressed against the cold, ornate iron gates of a stately mansion. Once, after an evening I only partially recall, blame the gin, I woke to the bemused looks of the Swiss guard, my tie tangled in the bars of their compound. They were, as always, neutral about the situation. Venture with me a short stumble away, down to the Alleyway off 19th Street, right around the corner from an establishment that once promised happy hour, but which I found extended well beyond 60 minutes. There, nestled between trash bins that had seen better days, I'd occasionally take my drunken reprieve, lulled to sleep by the distant chatter of the D.C. nightlife and the soft hum of the city's underbelly. Closer to home, the gentle incline of Massachusetts Avenue, with its historic townhouses and ivy-covered facades, provided many an unexpected resting spot. I've awoken on more than one occasion to the rhythmic tap-tap-tap of morning joggers, their bemused glances suggesting a mix of pity and envy. Perhaps they were contemplating the liberating experience of surrendering oneself to the city's embrace after a night of indulgence. The charming DuPont Circle, the very pulse of the neighborhood, was not exempt from my nocturnal escapades. The fountain, with its gentle burble, became a siren's call after a few too many whiskies. Alas, its surrounding benches, though they seem inviting, can be traitorously hard and cold in the early hours. Trust me on that. Ah, the infamous Rock Creek Park. Now, one wouldn't necessarily expect to encounter an Englishman amidst its serene paths and lush greenery, especially not one nursing the remnants of a robust Bordeaux. But the park, with its discreet nooks and crannies, served as an unintentional bed and breakfast for yours truly on a handful of occasions. Please keep in mind that these haphazard lodgings, scattered amidst the grandeur of Washington, D.C., are not mere anecdotes of intoxication. Rather, they stand testament to the city's ability to embrace, and occasionally cradle, even its most wayward denizens. To truly know a city, one must experience it from every conceivable angle, even if some of those angles are, shall we say, a tad horizontal. So, if you ever find yourself in D.C., perhaps you'll spare a thought and maybe a blanket for those of us who've had the unique privilege of waking up quite literally in the heart of the nation's capital.